8 times Disney copied other movies. Disney is hands down the world's leading producer of animation films, and while some are original films, they have often found themselves in the corridors of justice for allegedly copying other movies. Let's look at some clear as day example of Disney referencing other movies. With number 1, Cars 3, an extraterrestrial. The Cars franchise is a fan favorite for many Disney animation fans, and it led to some interesting installments. In the third installment, released in 2017, we see Lightning McQueen, now a veteran race car, try to prove his mettle against a new generation of technologically advanced racers, or else retire from the Piston Cup. So, where did Disney copy another movie in this? Well, at the end of the movie, as the credits start to roll, we see all kinds of photos and videos of the characters. After a few of these picture frames, we notice a reference to the Steven Spielberg classic E.T. The frame had a shot of the full moon as it rose from the bottom of the screen. Some of the main characters were seen floating into the sky, going past the moon and one after the other. This occurrence references the iconic scene in E.T. when Elliot is flying on the bike, while E.T. is in the front basket. With E.T.'s magic, the boy's bike lifts off the ground and goes flying through the air.
Listen, don't you worry, pal. You had a good run. Enjoy your retirement.
Number 2. Inside Out and The Moodsters. The movie Inside Out is one of Pixar's greatest releases in recent times that saw the animation house back on the map. However, the animated film was a ripoff, or that was the claim of a lawsuit that was filed against Disney and Pixar. In the suit, Disney was accused of lifting the premise of the 2015 film from a children's program called The Moodsters, conceived by Denise Daniels. She, together with her team, approached and pitched Disney Pixar to partner with them on a project relating to the Moodsters from 2005 through 2009. However, the lawsuit was rejected by the appeals court. What a close shave for Disney, huh? Number 3. Toy Story and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Toy Story 1, which was released in 1995, was and continues to be an iconic movie to date. It was the first feature film from Pixar and also the first entirely computer-animated feature film. While being a renowned film, one particular scene pays homage to Raiders of the Lost Ark. In an attempted assassination on Buzz Lightyear's life, Woody accidentally starts a chain reaction of events in action, from pins falling down around him to a rolling globe. This sequence of events is similar to the opening scenes in Raiders, where Indiana Jones overcomes poisonous arrows and a boulder. Furthermore, there's the scene where Woody has to retrieve his arm from the toy collector's pocket. However, between him and the toy collector is hundreds of crunchy chips spread all over the floor. If he steps on a single chip, the collector will be roused from sleep. This scene can be likened to when Indiana Jones had to avoid stepping on a tile, linked to a mechanism that would shoot poisonous arrows at him. It seems one of the producers of this movie loves the Indiana Jones films.
Buzz!
Number 4. Finding Nemo and The Shining. If you're a fan of animation movies, then you must love Finding Nemo. The movie involving an overprotective clownfish and his forgetful friend who sets out to find his missing son. If you've watched it, then you must be aware of Bruce, the great white shark whose wish is to be a nice guy. At one point during a chase scene, Bruce partially breaks open a door in a submarine, sticks his head through an opening and shouts, "Here's Brucey!"
Here's Brucey!
Horror movie fans must have seen some similarities with the 1980 horror film The Shining, when Jack Nicholson's character, with the aid of an axe, smashes part of the door to the room where his wife is hiding, sticks his head into the opening and shouts, "Here's Johnny!"
Here's Johnny!
Number 5. Toy Story 2 and Vertigo. We're not yet done with the Toy Story franchise. If there's something Disney is great at, it's developing films that appeal to people of all ages. In Toy Story 2, they give a nod to a hit movie in the 50s that the older generation might be aware of. This is the movie Vertigo, where the animators recreate the famous falling scene. In this scene, Woody has a nightmare where he's abandoned by his child and dropped into a bin of dismembered body parts. The scene is almost shot for shot, the same as John Ferguson, the main character in Vertigo, where he dreams of falling to his death. But I must say, it's a bit scarier in Toy Story 2. Number 6. Ratatouille, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. If you're a lover of good food, then you must have fallen in love with Pixar's 2007 animated film, Ratatouille. This movie is about an ambitious rat who dreams of becoming a chef, which won an Academy Award for Best Animated Feature. Oblivious to many, one of the scenes is a reference to the 1966 spaghetti western, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. In this scene, the first shot of Remy is a freeze frame as he goes through a window while holding a stolen cookbook. The frame then freezes and we learn his name. In The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, during the introduction of Tuco, he also crashes through a window with the frame freezing. The writers may have dug deep into history, but we movie fans still caught that reference. Number 7. Toy Story 3 and Mission Impossible. Okay, I swear this is the last time I'm including the Toy Story franchise, but you have to admit, it's really good. In Toy Story 3, we see the animators spoof one of the most successful action movie franchises, Mission Impossible. In the 1996 movie, in one scene, Tom Cruise risks being detected by lasers after the supporting rope loosens, leading to his fall. In Toy Story 3, we see Woody falling out of a tree, but his cord stops him narrowly from hitting the ground, just like in Mission Impossible. Number 8. WALL-E and 2001's A Space Odyssey. For the hopeless romantic Disney fans, I bet WALL-E had your emotions on a roller coaster. The 2008 animated film follows WALL-E, a solitary robot who lives in a future deserted Earth where he cleans up garbage. He then falls in love with Eve, a robot from the starship Axiom, and he goes on to pursue her across the galaxy. Upon watching this movie for the first time, most people commented on its similarities to 2001's A Space Odyssey that was released in 1986. The most obvious allusion to 2001 is the fact that WALL-E looks and acts exactly like HAL. Furthermore, the climax of the film is quite similar to that of 2001. Were the writers inspired by 2001? I bet they'll never reveal that. Were you aware of these Disney movie references to other films? Comment below on what example we left out. Also, if you love this and more such content, then consider subscribing to our channel, and we'll see you in the next video.